Carlton Schumacher. Carlton's the Eastern Regional Sales Manager for Kershaw Knives. And Carlton, we have a real test for these knives. I've heard a lot of good things about Kershaw, but we want to see what they really do. Okay. We're here at a fishing show, so I brought along a fresh catch.
All right.
Do you think you could show us how these knives fillet a rainbow trout?
Yes, I certainly can.
All right, here we go.
Great. Oh, nice fish. It's fresh. Trout here. We're using a quick fillet cutting board here, and the quick fillet is a new system that's it's very easy to travel with. It's got a peg in here that you can set the fish's head on. Basically pierce the fish's head here. You gotta watch your fingers.
All right.
Okay, this is our 1257. This is a 7-inch fillet knife. Very, very sharp. These are made with the handle that's like a texture grip, so as my hands are slippery with the fish itself, it doesn't slip.
So what's the first step? And is this just for trout or any fish?
This is really any fish.
Okay.
Flatfish are flounders and halibut. They're a little bit different. They start in the middle and go this way, but this is a normal fish. You actually usually try to start from the head down to the tail. The fish's fillet itself, it's angled a little bit, so you don't want to cut straight across because you'll miss all this good meat up here.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you actually want to cut right here towards the head, but not all the way down through the spine. The spine follows all the way along the back with the dorsal fin here.
Okay.
What you want to do is start there, and then you want to follow the backbone all the way down the fish, and then you can feel the spine. So you actually angle the blade just a little bit towards the spine as you cut.
Wow, look at that sharp knife.
Yeah, it's a really sharp knife.
So you just kind of feel the backbone underneath the knife and make your cut
you
above.
basically, you're almost pressing the blade against it.
Okay.
And what you do is, with that fish being nice and soft, the fillet comes right off. And
sharp.
Then, yeah, very sharp. There's some rib bones here that are inside the fish, and you actually, in this case, I just cut them off. There's another way to do that. You can cut around the rib bones.
Okay.
But in this case, you basically can just take the knife and take it at an angle, so you're actually shying. It's going away from yourself, and always cut away from yourself wherever you're cutting. It's really dangerous to cut towards yourself. Basically, take the ribs here, and you can see that they go from here down this way. And it's almost like you're going to fillet it off, but you want to take as little piece of meat off as possible. So it'll almost look like a potato chip when it's done.
And that knife just glides right through there, doesn't it?
Yeah, and trout are really nice to fillet. They're actually kind of fun. So
do you have any tips on selecting a knife? Does it have to be about the same size as your fish or anything like that?
Yeah, you do. I mean, I've got a larger knife here that we sell, and it's quite a bit of blade. You want the blade to be relatively manageable compared to the size of the fish and the width of the fish. The width really determines a lot of it.
Okay.
That makes a difference as well, and what you're comfortable with. If you don't have a lot of space to handle, maybe this knife would even be better being a smaller knife.
Okay.
But yeah.
So basically what you're comfortable with. With the fish this size, either one of these would probably be pretty good to use for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you had a salmon or something that was bigger,
yes.
Obviously maybe go to a bigger knife.
And they range, salmon are great to fillet. They're kind of the same kind of fish, but they actually have much bigger knives that you can use. And they're almost like staking knives. The flexibility in the blade is a factor in selecting a fillet knife. This is really nice and flexible. The grip is obviously easy to handle, but great fillet knives have flexibility. This is actually another one of our knives. It's very almost soft in the way it does, and that allows you to follow the contour of the backbone.
Okay.
And this is a same kind of idea, but it's a little more stout, and it's stout because the ribs and the bones in the bigger fish will be a little bit more firm, so you have to have some more of a backbone to get through them. But for the most part, these are very easy to fish to fillet, but it's actually a nice fish to start with. If you don't have a lot of experience filleting fish, this is a nice test.
Well, trout is one of my favorite to eat. Maybe we can go outside. We're in Las Vegas. If we throw this on the pavement, I'm sure it would cook up in no time at all.
Hot.
We don't have a grill,
I know.
but I wish we did.
Wrap it in tin foil.
We'll have to go find a grill and get these on there real quick.
No problem.
Well, thanks, Carlton.
Sure. Do you want me to finish the fish?
Absolutely.
Okay. And actually what I'll do is I'll switch the board around.
Okay.
Because I like to have the back facing me when I do this. So it's easier to start with the back facing towards you. Then you're not facing the insides aren't facing towards you, and you have the backbone to guide you.
Okay.
So you're here again, follow the backbone down. I'll move this fish to make my life easier. Okay. That is about as clean as you can get a fish.
Beautiful.
And then there's another, in some fish you want to take the skin off the back. Trout happen to be a kind of a soft fish. My family's from the restaurant industry, so I probably know more about fish than most
sportsmen.
And fillet for a trout, you keep the skin on, but if you wanted to take the skin off, you would actually probably put the skin on this peg here, in this particular case, or you can hold it, pierce the skin a little bit, okay? And then what you can do, as you cut, always cut away from yourself, you can actually take the skin and you follow it.
And again, you see the blade flexing as you're doing that.
Yeah.
You got to put some pressure down on it.
You can follow it straight through the skin and be easy, but in this case, in a trout, it's great.
Skin on.